That movie was violent. Hi, so here I am, I'm doing Doctor Strange review. I got my notebook here in case I get nervous, so I'm going to be reading points of my notebook, but then I'll be elaborating them, and hopefully that'll work. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Hi, I'm here to talk about Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. Here is my review of it, my quickie review, my review of the movie as it comes out. Now, there's a lot of things about this movie I really am excited about, and a lot of things I really do want to talk about. I need to change battery already, so I'm going to try and finish this before my battery dies. But with some of this stuff, I really do feel like I'm going to have to get into some spoilerish areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the video talking about non-spoilers, and then at the end section I'm going to do a bit talking about spoilers, and when that comes up, there'll be a huge spoiler warning appearing here. Or something to that effect. Right now we're in the non-spoiler section, so enjoy. So something I really enjoyed about this movie was the cinematography. It had that classic Sam Raimi Evil Dead editing. It worked really well with characters like Scarlet Witch, classic horror witch cinematography, where like as a door slams, you zoom in and the camera turns, and you're like, yeah, that is awesome! But I think it worked really well with the character. It wasn't just something that was extra thrown in for no reason, and I really liked that. I'd have to say because of these features, this movie was the most unique Marvel movie I've seen so far. I feel like diving into the horror elements of these characters kind of worked out for the movie. It played in its favor. Not only that, I really liked how they had fun with these characters and their magic. Like, it would have been really easy for them to be like, I will grab that lamppost, horse grab! But they didn't do that. Instead, you have making sounds and then grabbing the notes that the sounds made and using them as weapons as they fight each other. And I thought that was really creative. It was a really creative use of sorcery in this film, and I really liked how they explored that. So this next part, because I'm still in the no spoiler section, let's refer to the bad guy as Mr. F. They were really intense this entire movie. I don't know why, but as it turns out, I can't keep calling the bad guy Mr. F. I keep using their actual name. So instead, I'm going to use an actual name to try and avoid spoilers. Let's call the bad guy Yoshi. Now, Yoshi is a really likable character, and a lot of people like Yoshi. So when Yoshi... I'm just gonna wait and do this point in the spoiler section, because apparently, I can't do it. But quick summary, I really like the bad guy. I really like the intensity of the bad guy. They were really intense as soon as they came out. First point, that's a bit of a negative and a positive. This movie does enter into a lot of horror tropes. Personally, I really like that because it's Doctor Strange. I like that in the comics, and I really like that in the movie. I really liked how violent the movie got, how aggressive the movie got with certain characters. In saying that though, this movie was PG-13. And so whilst I do like how everything happened in the movie, I'm also like, do kind of have ratings for a reason? That might not be good for kids. I was a parent and I took my kid to a PG-13 movie and like saw half of this stuff. I probably wouldn't be very happy right now. I think at least it should have been M. Not even blaming the movie on that. Once again, I loved it, but I feel like the rating board probably shouldn't have made it PG. Yeah, I really felt like this movie ran at somewhat of a breakneck speed, because the movie was really like, we want to get to E, but to get to E we have to go through A, B, C, D. And it didn't necessarily feel rushed, but it felt like a lot was happening very quickly. They could have spent a little more time on the dialogue. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I am allowed to criticize and like something at the same time. And that's my criticism, is I felt like there could have been a little more time spent on the story. Hi again! So this is the spoiler section of the video. So if you see me in this hoodie and you're going through, that means there's spoilers. Don't want to know spoilers, maybe skip ahead to this time code. And I'm absolutely not at all wearing the hoodie, because as it turns out, it is really cold in my kitchen. Why wouldn't you send Modo to fight? You have all these different fighters with all these different abilities in this room with these super geniuses. Why would you not send the magic person into the magic fight? As soon as like those 5 go off to fight Wanda, you're just like, where's the magic person? Why isn't the magic person here? This is a magic fight. Why would you not send the magic person to this fight? I really enjoyed the Illuminati in this movie. I really enjoyed seeing Patrick Stewart back as Xavier. I do have a theory in my head. This is in fact a cartoon universe, just from the way it was stylized. The fact that they had him in the X-Men chair. I don't know what it was, but each of them kind of reminded me of a cartoon version of the characters. So I have a suspicion that this isn't necessarily the cartoon universe. This is an alternative version of the cartoon universe. And not just the characters, the way the world looked, the way the street sign set up, the way they had that battle scene after their Thanos fight. I felt like an alternative version of the cartoon universe. I did really like the Illuminati. I thought it was fun to throw them in there. And I thought that fight sequence with them was also fun. I enjoyed that. In saying that, I also really like John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. But it also draws the question, is John Krasinski going to be our Mr. Fantastic? Because we do have a Fantastic Four movie coming out soon. If it is, I'm happy and that's cool and all. Back to the point that I apparently couldn't make earlier, I really liked how aggressive Wanda was in this movie. By the way, Wanda's the villain. Because it was our Wanda, it would have been really for them to pull back and be like, no, she's not that bad. But no, they didn't. She's cremating people on the spot. I really liked that. I really liked our Wanda doing all of these things. That way there is tension and there are stakes. It's hard for Wanda to come back from doing these things. Going forward, there has to be consequences for that. I'm out of my hoodie and back into the cold. So in summary, I would say that I liked this movie. I would recommend you go see this movie. I do have some criticisms about the story and the writing, but overall I would say it's a good time. You should check it out. Oh, a point I forgot to bring up. WandaVision. Here's a question for everyone at home. Did you see WandaVision and did you see this movie? Generally, write it down in the comments. I want to know if you didn't see, because I watched WandaVision and it made sense to me. But even I was like, feels like you should have seen WandaVision before seeing this movie. I'm not trying to give it away because obviously this is in the non-spoiler section. I don't know. But if you saw this movie and you didn't see WandaVision, please comment down below and just talk to me about it, because I want to know if this main plot point in the movie made sense. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, feel free to comment what you thought about the movie down below. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and all those things. And just be kind. Be kind out in the world. It's always nice to be kind to everybody. I just nearly knocked my light over. What am I saying? And I'm done.